they're getting closer to having a tax incentive in Texas for productions. And I think that Texas is going to be one of those states where there's going to be a lot more production happening if it goes through, and it's looking pretty good. So I would say, just, a lot of people are focusing so much on, oh, you need to be in LA, New York. I don't necessarily think that's the case anymore. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for Texas filmmakers and creators. And, I myself, I have a lot of clients in Texas. I'm always excited to meet more Texas filmmakers, and I am planning on opening an office there in the next year.
Okay, we'll definitely be calling you about that, and I'm glad to hear that. As far as the tax incentives are concerned, I want to know what the limits are. I think before I think the minimum was like 250. I
I
would
don't
like
know
to see,
the new tax incentive, what the parameters are, where it's still,
yeah,
being
something
discussed, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty extensive,
robust. Okay,
and very competitive with some of the surrounding states, like, for example, New Mexico and Georgia.
okay. I definitely want to find out about that. I hope that I hope they lower it. We have a lot of people doing $80,000, $100,000 productions here. It would be really lovely if everyone who says they appreciate small businesses and the artists would help the small businesses and artists, these small film entrepreneurs, as they are called, creative entrepreneurs, to get a little bit of money in their pocket. I mean, I know 80,000 may not seem like a lot, but that'll feed a lot of people. That's work for quite a few people for a few days. So
I agree.
we will see how that goes. If you know anyone who's involved in that,
And
people down in the
it,
comments.
these small films, they end up being great stepping stones. So you can never, I mean, you can't write it off like, oh, it's just, it's a 250. I mean, some of the best films at Sundance are in that budget range.
Correct. And if we want to incentivize our smaller filmmakers to make projects where they're from, like Texas, for instance, cut them in on some of those incentives so they can raise those funds a little bit easier. That's all I'm saying. They pay taxes too, so they should be able to get in there somewhere.